Within the hallowed walls of the Santa Maria delle Grazie monastery in Milan, Italy, a single monumental work of art has for centuries held humanity spellbound. It is not merely paint on plaster, but a window into the soul of its creator, a frozen moment in time that echoes with profound human drama and divine mystery. This is Leonardo da Vinci's Star, the Last Supper Star, a fresco that transcends its physical form, becoming a crucible of genius, faith, and as some now claim a chilling prophecy of the end of days. Commissioned by Duke Ludovico Sforza of Milan around 1495 and completed by 1498, this extraordinary masterpiece adorns the refectory wall, a dining hall where monks once gathered for their meals, ironically under the watchful, expressive gazes of Jesus and his apostles. Da Vinci chose the most climactic and emotionally charged moment from the Gospel narratives. The instant Christ declares, "One of you will betray me." The painting captures the ensuing chaos, the wave of shock, denial, and questioning that ripples through the disciples, each figure rendered with such psychological depth and individual character that their humanity leaps forth across 5 centuries. From the impetuous Peter, hand on a knife, to the sorrowful John and the recoiling shadow Judas clutching a bag of silver, every gesture, every facial expression, tells a story within the larger narrative. Leonardo's revolutionary approach to perspective drew the viewer directly into the scene, dissolving the wall and extending the refectory space into the sacred drama. His mastery of light and shadow, his meticulous study of human anatomy and emotion, transformed a traditional religious scene into a dynamic, living tableau. Yet, beneath this unparalleled artistic brilliance, a deeper current has always run through the painting, a sense of something more profound, more intricate than mere visual storytelling. It is a work that has always invited contemplation, but in recent decades, that contemplation has veered into an entirely new, startling direction. For generations, art historians have dissected Star, the Last Supper Star for its artistic merit, its historical context, and its theological implications. They have marveled at its composition, its innovative use of tempera and oil on a dry plaster wall, a technique that tragically led to its rapid deterioration almost immediately after its completion, requiring countless restorations over the centuries, each a testament to its enduring significance. But beyond the brushstrokes and the fading pigments, a new breed of interpreter has emerged. Individuals who look past the obvious, searching for patterns, for sequences, for hidden designs that hint at a secret language. These modern code breakers, often from outside the traditional art world, propose that Da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance polymath, inventor, scientist, anatomist, philosopher, embedded more than just artistic genius into his iconic fresco. They argue that his notebooks, filled with cryptic writings, mirror script and sketches of fantastical machines and anatomical observations, are proof of a mind that delighted in riddles and concealed knowledge. It is this very nature of Da Vinci, his boundless curiosity, and his penchant for the esoteric, that fuels the belief that Star, the Last Supper Star, is not just a painting, but a complex cipher. The theories began to gain significant traction in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, propelled by a global fascination with hidden histories and secret societies. Suddenly, the serene, dramatic scene of Star, the Last Supper Star, was re-examined through a new lens, one that sought to uncover not just the sorrow of betrayal, but a chilling premonition. Could the positions of the disciples' hands, the folds of their garments, the very bread on the table, be more than mere artistic choices? Could they be components of a grand, elaborate code laid down by a genius who saw beyond his own time? One of the most compelling and widely discussed theories posits the existence of a hidden musical score within the painting. Giovanni Maria Palla, an Italian musician, claimed in 2007 to have uncovered musical notes by drawing staves over the bread rolls and the hands of the apostles. When read from right to left, Da Vinci's preferred writing direction, these notes allegedly form a short, melancholic hymn. While its direct connection to an apocalypse remains speculative, the mere idea of a hidden melody adds another layer of complexity to Da Vinci's intentions, hinting at a multisensory message. Beyond musical notes, other theorists have focused on astronomical alignments and numerical sequences. They point to the arrangement of the 12 apostles in 4 groups of 3, the 12 windows in the background, and the recurring motif of 3s and 4s throughout the composition, suggesting a deliberate mathematical structure that could encode dates or significant cosmic events. Was Da Vinci known for his studies of the stars and the natural world, attempting to chart a celestial calendar, a countdown to a specific cataclysmic moment? The most audacious of these claims is that star, the Last Supper star, contains a coded doomsday prophecy, a prediction of the world's end. Some interpreters suggest that Da Vinci, through a combination of astrological symbols, numerical patterns, and perhaps even the subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in the disciples' gazes, laid out a timeline for a global catastrophe. It's a concept that transforms the masterpiece from a testament to faith into a stark warning, a silent alarm bell ringing across the centuries. The notion that a 15th-century artist, however brilliant, could foresee the end of the world and choose to embed that knowledge within a religious fresco is, for many, both captivating and deeply unsettling. This dramatic reinterpretation of Star the Last Supper star has sparked a global debate, pitting traditional art historians against independent researchers and codebreakers. For the former, the beauty and meaning of the painting lie in its artistic and religious context, a powerful depiction of human emotion and divine truth. For the latter, Da Vinci's genius extends beyond the canvas, reaching into the realm of prophecy, making the painting not just a historical artifact, but a living, breathing message. The stakes are high. If these theories hold true, then Star the Last Supper star is not merely an iconic work of art, but perhaps the most profound and terrifying warning ever conceived. The question remains, what did Leonardo da Vinci truly hide within his hallowed canvas, and are we finally ready to decode his ultimate secret? The hallowed walls of Milan's Santa Maria delle Grazie hold more than a masterpiece. They cradle a mystery, a silent enigma painted by the hand of a genius. Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper has for centuries captivated millions, its profound spiritual narrative widely understood. But what if its true message lies not in the overt drama of its figures, but in a hidden language, a secret code embedded within the very brushstrokes, promising a prophecy of global catastrophe and the ultimate end of days? This audacious claim, born from the meticulous scrutiny of modern researchers, suggests that Da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance man, may have encoded nothing less than the precise date of Armageddon within his most iconic work. Our journey into this extraordinary claim begins with Sabrina Sforza-Galizia, a Vatican researcher and art historian. In the early 21st century, she announced a startling discovery, asserting that Da Vinci had indeed left a complex mathematical and astrological puzzle within The Last Supper. Galizia, who spent years delving into Da Vinci's extensive notes and manuscripts housed in the Vatican Library, claimed to have uncovered what she termed a Rosetta Stone, a specific manuscript that provided the key to unlocking the hidden messages within the fresco. Her work ignited a fervent debate, challenging conventional art historical interpretations and pushing the boundaries of what we thought we knew about Leonardo's intentions. With deliberate precision, Galizia focused her attention not only on the figures of Christ and his apostles, but on the architectural elements, the subtle play of light, and even the seemingly innocuous details surrounding the central drama. Her methodology involved overlaying a musical stave onto the painting, interpreting the positions of the apostles' hands and the loaves of bread as musical notes. This, she argued, created a melodic sequence that, when deciphered, revealed a series of numerical patterns. It was an unconventional approach, one that drew both fascination and skepticism. But for Galizia, these patterns were not random. They were part of a grand design, a cryptographic blueprint for a future cataclysm. Now let us slow our pace and consider the heart of Galizia's initial revelation, the prophecy of a universal deluge. According to her interpretation, Da Vinci predicted a global flood, a new biblical cataclysm, that would commence on March 21, 4006, and conclude on November 1, 4006. This catastrophic event, she posited, would mark the beginning of the end for humanity. How could such a specific date be extracted from a 15th-century fresco? Galizia's explanation points to the lunette, the semicircular space above the main painting, and the central window directly behind Christ. She argued that the intricate patterns within the lunette, combined with the astrological symbols Da Vinci was known to incorporate, represented a complex zodiac calendar. The details become even more intricate. Galizia suggested that the arrangement of the 12 apostles, the 12 hours of the day, and the 12 signs of the zodiac were all interwoven. The position of the hands of Christ and the apostles, the way light falls through the window, and even the specific types of knots in the tablecloth were interpreted as numerical indicators. For instance, the number 3 appeared repeatedly, the Holy Trinity, the 3 windows, the 3 groups of apostles, leading to a complex matrix of 3s and 4s that, when combined with astronomical calculations, supposedly yielded the fateful date of the deluge. It was a dizzying array of interconnected symbols, each piece contributing to a larger, chilling mosaic. Pause and reflect on the sheer audacity of this claim. Da Vinci, a man of science and art, supposedly leaving behind a coded message spanning millennia. The 4006 date for the flood was not the end of the prophecy, but rather the beginning of a larger timeline. Galizia proposed that the flood would signify a cleansing, a prelude to a final definitive end. Her research further suggested that the entire timeline of human history, from creation to Armageddon, was encapsulated within the painting, culminating in a period of intense spiritual and physical upheaval. The methodology, while seemingly complex, drew heavily on numerology and astrological interpretations, fields that Da Vinci himself studied extensively, albeit often with a critical, scientific eye. The urgency quickens as we delve deeper into the supposed 4006-YEAR timeline. This period from the predicted flood to the ultimate end was not just a blank space, it was a time of transition, a period of renewal and judgment. Galizia's interpretation extended beyond a single catastrophic event, positing that Da Vinci foresaw a continuous cycle of human folly and divine intervention, ultimately leading to a final reckoning. The specific year 4006, therefore, became a pivotal point, a marker in a grand cosmic calendar designed by Leonardo. It evokes the apocalyptic visions of John and Nostradamus, yet rooted in the precise, almost scientific framework of a Renaissance polymath. Consider the implications. If true, this would mean Da Vinci was not merely an artist or an inventor, but a prophet of staggering foresight. The methodologies employed by Galizia, however, have faced considerable scrutiny. Critics argue that such interpretations often fall into the trap of pareidolia, where one sees patterns or connections that do not objectively exist. The sheer flexibility of numerology and astrological symbolism allows for a vast array of potential interpretations, and without an explicit, verifiable key from Da Vinci himself, claims of hidden prophecies remain speculative. The line between profound insight and imaginative projection becomes dangerously thin. Yet Da Vinci's documented interests do lend a certain weight to the possibility of hidden layers in his work. He was deeply fascinated by the passage of time, by natural phenomena, and by the intricate workings of the cosmos. His notebooks are filled with observations on astronomy, hydrology, and even early attempts at weather forecasting. He also possessed a profound understanding of symbolism, often embedding complex ideas within his art. The question is not whether Da Vinci was capable of such intellectual games, but whether he actually intended this specific apocalyptic message to be deciphered centuries later. With deliberate precision, Galizia's Rosetta Stone manuscript, which she claimed was crucial to her decoding, remains a point of contention. While she stated it was found in the Vatican Library, the exact nature of this manuscript and its direct connection to the Last Supper and its alleged prophecy has not been universally accepted by the broader academic community. The challenge lies in proving a direct causal link between Da Vinci's known interests and the precise apocalyptic interpretations put forth. Was he merely exploring intellectual concepts or deliberately encoding a doomsday clock? The narrative of hidden codes in Da Vinci's art gained immense popular traction with Dan Brown's novel The Da Vinci Code, which, while fictional, popularized the idea of secret societies and encrypted messages within his masterpieces. While Galizia's research predates Brown's novel by a few years, it certainly resonates with the public's fascination for uncovering hidden truths. The allure of a genius leaving behind a final profound message, particularly one concerning the fate of humanity, is undeniably powerful. It transforms a static work of art into a living, breathing oracle. Ultimately, the claims surrounding Da Vinci's doomsday prophecy in The Last Supper invite us into a world where art transcends mere aesthetics, becoming a vessel for profound, even terrifying knowledge. Whether one accepts Galicia's interpretations as a genuine decoding of Da Vinci's intentions, or views them as a fascinating, albeit speculative, intellectual exercise, they undoubtedly add another layer of intrigue to a painting already rich with mystery. The enduring power of The Last Supper is perhaps not just in its artistic brilliance, but in its ability to inspire endless interpretation, forever challenging us to look closer, to question, and to ponder the secrets that may still lie hidden within its timeless embrace. The End of the World, painted by Leonardo, remains a haunting possibility. In the hallowed refectory of Santa Maria delle Grazie in Milan, a masterpiece of human ingenuity and spiritual depth unfurls across a vast wall. For over 5 centuries, Leonardo da Vinci's star, the Last Supper star, has held humanity captive, not merely by its artistic grandeur, but by the profound mysteries believed to be woven into its very fabric. Painted between 1495 and 1498 for his patron, Duke Ludovico Sforza, this monumental fresco, though technically a mural painted with an experimental blend of tempera and oil on dry plaster, transcends its physical form, becoming a window into the human soul, a moment frozen in time, eternally replayed. Yet beyond the universally acknowledged brilliance, a more sensational narrative has emerged in recent decades. The claim that Da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance polymath, embedded within this sacred scene a chilling prophecy, a doomsday code, predicting the end of the world. Whispers of hidden musical notes, cryptic numerical sequences, and celestial alignments that foretell global cataclysm have transformed a revered religious artwork into a speculative canvas of impending doom. But what truly lies beneath the peeling layers of this iconic work? Is it a profound warning from a genius ahead of his time, or a testament to humanity's enduring desire to find meaning, however extraordinary, in the enigmatic? To unravel these claims, we must first immerse ourselves in Da Vinci's world, the vibrant intellectual crucible of Renaissance Italy. Leonardo was not merely an artist, he was a scientist, an engineer, an anatomist, a philosopher, a mind driven by insatiable curiosity and a relentless pursuit of understanding the natural world. His approach to art was deeply rooted in observation and empirical study. He dissected cadavers to understand human musculature, studied light and shadow to master chiaroscuro, and meticulously observed human emotion to capture its fleeting nuances on canvas. The Last Supper star itself is a testament to this scientific precision, a masterclass in linear perspective, where every line converges to Christ's head, drawing the viewer into the dramatic heart of the narrative. The scene Da Vinci chose to depict is not the institution of the Eucharist, as often mistakenly believed, but the agonizing moment immediately following Christ's declaration, "One of you will betray me." It is a psychological drama, a tempest of human reaction. Judas recoils, clutching his bag of silver. Peter reaches for a knife, prepared to defend. John, youthful and sensitive, slumps in distress. Each apostle's face is a study in individual emotion, a triumph of Da Vinci's profound understanding of human nature. This focus on psychological realism, on capturing the raw, immediate impact of a devastating revelation, was revolutionary. It speaks to an artist deeply concerned with the human condition, with the inner workings of the mind and heart, rather than with obscure apocalyptic predictions. Now let us confront the claims themselves. Proponents of the Doomsday theory often point to seemingly innocuous details: the arrangement of apostles' hands, the positions of bread rolls, the architectural elements of the room, even the subtle play of light. One interpretation, notably by Vatican researcher Sabrina Sforza Galizia in the early 2000s, posits that the painting contains a mathematical and astrological puzzle, predicting a global flood, much like the biblical deluge, beginning on March 21, 4006, and concluding on November 1, 4006. This prophecy, she suggests, is embedded in a window of time, indicated by the lunette above Christ, where a Da Vinci Code reveals a complex astrological calendar. Other theories suggest that the apostles' hand gestures and the bread on the table form a musical score, which, when translated, reveals a somber hymn or a hidden message. Some even claim to see celestial maps, specific constellations aligned in a manner that foretells future events. These interpretations often require a high degree of selective observation, connecting disparate elements through complex, often speculative, mathematical or symbolic frameworks. They transform what is clearly a narrative painting into a cryptographic puzzle, demanding a level of hidden complexity that mainstream art historical scholarship simply does not support. Art historians, for their part, approach Star the Last Supper star through the lens of Renaissance religious art, iconography, and Da Vinci's known artistic and scientific methodologies. They see symbolism, yes, but within the context of Christian theology and the artistic conventions of the era. The bread, for instance, is not a musical note, but a representation of Christ's body. The gestures are not astrological markers, but expressions of human emotion and reaction to Christ's words. The perspective is not a coded map, but a masterful technique to draw the viewer into the scene's emotional core. Da Vinci's notebooks, meticulously preserved and studied for centuries, offer an unparalleled insight into his mind. They are filled with anatomical sketches, engineering designs, observations on flight, botany, and optics, but conspicuously absent are any detailed references to occult prophecies, doomsday scenarios, or the elaborate cryptographic systems that would be necessary to embed such a complex message within his artwork. Consider Da Vinci's scientific temper. He was a man who challenged dogma with observation, who sought to understand the mechanics of the universe through empirical study. While he lived in an age where astrology and alchemy held sway, his personal writings consistently reveal a mind geared towards rational inquiry and the physical laws governing the world. Would such a man, dedicated to demystifying the natural world through science, secretly embed an apocalyptic prophecy that defied his own empirical methodology? It seems antithetical to his known intellectual pursuits. His prophecies found in his notebooks are typically satirical or observational, describing future inventions or social trends based on his understanding of human nature and technological advancement, not divine premonitions of global catastrophe. The allure of a hidden code, particularly one as dramatic as a doomsday prophecy, is undeniable. It taps into our primal fears and our fascination with the unknown. It transforms a familiar masterpiece into something far more mysterious and urgent. However, the fragility of Star the Last Supper star itself also casts doubt on the precision required for such decoding. The experimental technique Da Vinci used meant the painting began to deteriorate within years of its completion. Centuries of neglect, environmental damage, and ill-advised restoration attempts have taken their toll. While the monumental restoration led by Pininfarina Barcelona from 1978 to 1999 painstakingly recovered much of the original detail, the precise, minute elements necessary for decoding a complex, multi-layered prophecy might simply not exist in their original pristine form. Ultimately, the enduring mystery of Star the Last Supper star lies not in hidden codes predicting the end of the world, but in the boundless genius of Leonardo da Vinci himself. It is a mystery of unparalleled artistic innovation, psychological insight, and the profound ability of art to capture a pivotal human moment with such intensity that it continues to resonate across centuries. Da Vinci's true legacy is not as a prophet of doom, but as a visionary who pushed the boundaries of human understanding, whose art continues to challenge, inspire, and provoke thought. The Doomsday claims, while captivating, often overshadow the true miracle of the painting. Its ability to transcend time and speak directly to the human spirit, prompting us not to fear the end, but to contemplate the very essence of betrayal, forgiveness, and the enduring power of faith. The true wonder of Star the Last Supper star is not what it hides, but what it so powerfully reveals about the human condition. Thanks for watching Study Z. Remember to subscribe for more deep dives.